Hey there, I'm Jimmy Edwards. I'm joined here by Elizabeth Wagner. We are co-founders of this online and in-person global learning network called the Care Society. We, in part, established this to support homeschooling families. So if you are a homeschooling parent, you have a child or a teen who you really want to empower to become self-directed and ready for the real world skills, but also have community. So teens and homeschooling students are looking for friends, want lasting, meaningful relationships, and safe places to do that in. So, not on some social media site, but also not with like a formal school. We're trying to find that solution and reimagine education and human connection better together. So, Elizabeth, can you share a little bit of a message that we might want to give to some homeschooling families?
Yeah, and I just want to introduce myself a bit. I've been calling myself a veteran homeschool mom because all my kids have actually graduated, which gives me the time and opportunity to go and, work on a project like this. But yeah, this kind of came a lot out of my experience, out of our experience as a family, and how I saw the things that my kids were excited about and the things that they weren't excited about. And I see a lot of people these days, they want their kids to be self-directed, but kind of what they mean is that they want their kids to like go do their work on their own
Mm,
without bothering them. Which I completely understand. And there's a lot of people these days trying to like homeschool and still work, and they're juggling a lot, or they have younger kids and they need their older kids to kind of just do stuff. And so I think a lot of that is where this came in, with the idea of, can we as a community kind of provide some structure and guidance for kids, especially older kids, to do really real things that's not just kind of like these online self-directed, self-paced programs that are kind of really dry.
mhm.
That's just like consuming and regurgitating information. Can we create something where kids can sort of like they can actually be self-directed, in the sense that they can decide what they want to learn, they can decide what they want to do, and they can do it, but that they have this whole community of people to do that with. They have mentors to guide them through, to give them ideas, and then we also will have a lot of like family and parent coaching around how to do this stuff, how to kind of include all this in your homeschool. The other thing that was a struggle for me as a parent, because we did kind of tend to do more like what a lot of people would call unschooling type schooling, more interest led learning. It was a real struggle to. I'm in a state where I did not have to like sort of report a lot when the kids were younger. But especially when they get in those teen years, you want to have a good transcript, you want to keep records, and that's just so hard when kids are kind of doing a lot of random stuff. When you don't literally just have, like, say they did this book for history this year, that makes it easy, but it also, I knew that if we do that, they wouldn't really been learning very well. So that's something that we're providing as well, is helping you to do things that keep records, like say through a learning log. And with project-based learning and the technology we have these days, it's very easy to create a portfolio for your kids that kind of show all the different stuff that they do. And you can use AI, if you wish to use AI, to collate a lot of these stuff into a transcript that looks really good and is good because they've actually done real life things. Um, and for myself as a parent, it wasn't even just knowing how to do that, but like literally as a parent, you're juggling so many things. So just to have a community that helps you, that reminds you, that gives you, the resources to do that, I think is really important. And the other thing as a homeschooling parent is just, if you're kind of that sole voice in your kid's life as far as trying to inspire them, That's really hard because a lot of times kids don't want to listen to you as a parent, especially as a mom, especially when they get older. And, we just kind of want to provide a place where kids have a lot of voices into their lives and people that can mentor them and they can look up to and be inspired by.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And as well, we are a project-based learning community, so we really support these products, experiences, creations that are original and valuable to people. So anything from launching a business, or publishing an article or a book, or even starting a club on our platform. So we have our own app on this platform called Mighty Networks, where we have official clubs with our educators, and parents and students are in them. Also, students can create their own clubs. That could be a project in and of itself, and really applying what you're learning, even if you are using an established curriculum already. But how can that be turned around into a product that's really meaningful, instead of maybe just kind of filling out some online assessment or something to check for your learning, but turning into something that you would see real people doing in the real world. And it's something where I'm very excited for this to have been launching right now. We have our social media channels that we're just starting. We're starting to publish content on that, but we're trying to connect with parents and teens as well, to just kind of see what people's needs are, kind of showing who we are, and that our community is really focused on reimagining education and human connection at a really, really deep level. Because Elizabeth, we're looking at Reddit, we're on different Discord servers, and even all the short form video social media sites, and it's not the direction that I would hope for, where people would be engaging, where it's maybe not very safe. It's content where people are very judgmental these days, and if you're just kind of seeing something online and just posting a comment that maybe doesn't sit well with you, then people are kind of scared to like be posting anything. And then it's like, is this stuff even real? There are AI bots that are curating content. You're seeing ads. It's just not the environment that me as an educator, or even just as a global citizen, I'm not very comfortable with some of these online spaces. I was a public school and private school, alternative school educator myself, before this school year, when we've launched this. And I just think that this community, where not only do we have all of the freedom for students to become self-directed, but if you do want to engage in our workshops, if you do want to purchase a la carte courses, if you want to be in a learning pod, we have educators and even parents and teens who can start their own learning pods, where you can guide each other, get that mentorship you were talking about, even present your projects in a demo. Yeah, just really be leading towards every single student being empowered to achieve their goals in a community that is really committed to caring about each other, caring about learning, building trust, supporting each other. Where, it's not just some randos that are online, but we are a closed community where everybody who comes into the platform, we meet. We personally know who's on our platform right now. We have this common vision for learning called the CARE Learning Framework. It was the product of my doctorate of research at the University of Virginia, which is kind of establishing some shared values that's been collectively owned at this point by thousands of people from diverse backgrounds, cultures, religions. Just some common concepts like compassion, curiosity, collaboration, citizenship, but also really grounded in experiential learning, that we learn best in the real world doing real things. And so there are some wonderful things that are going to be happening on our platform. And if you're a parent watching this video right now, we invite you to post a comment on this video, just engaging with us. Come to our website, caresocietyglobal.com, fill out an interest form, come to a meet and greet. We'd love to chat with you. Check out our social media channels. We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook. We're just getting these things launched. And actually, it's not easy, because it's like we have this great vision, but it's like, how do we find people? Like, we're excited about this learning party. We want to help people, we want to band together, and get this thing launched. And we're so excited to be having this message out. And so we look forward to reading your comments, finding you on different channels. We're probably going to go on Reddit and maybe share this video and seeing what happens. So, Elizabeth, is there anything else you'd like to share with parents right now before we end the video?
I just want to say I'm excited to meet new people and to, hear what's going on with your kids' education and see how we can help. We have ideas for how we can help, but a lot of this should be built by the community. We really want to empower students. We want to help parents where they're at with the needs that they have. So definitely comment here and let us know what your needs are.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, Elizabeth. Hope everybody has a great rest of your day. Look forward to seeing you. And we'll be making lots more videos. So until then, bye.
Bye.